Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binding findings and hellions of all walks of life, and welcome back to Set Sail, a One Piece 5e actual play adventure with my amazing cast and crew. We are going to be absent one of our members for time. We'll be able to pick back up after break with that member. Before we go on with today's episode, which will be very lighthearted and no feelings, nothing at all like that will happen. We're just on board a really nice ship. Before we get started, uh, say your name, who you're playing, and what is your favorite pizza topping? We'll start with Dreki.
Hi, I'm Red Panicola, also known as Ryan. I'll be playing Torvald D. Drecki. I remember my character's name, I swear. Pronouns he, him. Favorite pizza topping is really simple. I usually go with meat lovers pizza.
Hell yeah.
Simple.
Rob.
Hi, my name's Rob, he, him. I'm playing Trent Simmons, resident duelist and justified recipient of some anger this evening. As far as pizza goes, I like fresh mozzarella, like the discs of fresh mozzarella. That's got to be my favorite. Put anything else on it, but if you got that on it, I'm in.
Paige.
Hey everyone, I'm Paige, aka Pluto's Cleric everywhere. I am playing Scarlet Rabot, our little mermaid with a massive sword. Um, Favorite pizza topping? I usually just do bacon, pepperoni, and chicken. It's usually my go-to for the most part.
And hi, I'm Javante. I'm your DM for the evening, and my favorite pizza topping. I'm with Panda on this one. I'm a meat lovers guy. Um, as much bacon as you can physically destroy that pizza with,
I
which is
I
it's
Go ahead.
unfortunate. Yeah, it's unfortunate because I like margarita pizzas. So
Mm, I will say, and I'm sure I'm gonna get flack for it. Hawaiian pizza is not bad. Okay, it's not bad.
So
you
It's
who
got
are
to
not
we
do it
replacing
right.
Dreki with?
Ha ha
No,
ha
here, I will
ha.
agree. Here,
No,
I will agree with this, but I will make a caveat. Hawaiian pizza is perfectly fine. Canadian bacon is a problem.
the thing about
it has to be
pineapple.
Pineapple
ham,
should not be
not
on a
Canadian
pizza.
bacon.
The
Can't.
thing about pineapple is that it's so acidic, you have to have a way to keep the juice from ruining the crust.
Yes, agreed.
Because
That's
because
I
that's the
have the
problem with
perfect way. You just don't put it on the pizza.
nope,
I
it's not an
I
option.
I do agree with you, Paige. Uh, at break, I'm going to say what my wife does, and it will upset all of you.
I will fight her.
We're going to jump in. Uh, we're going to start on our original ship as Scarlet. You just feel like emotion as somebody is just like jostling you awake. You've been asleep for quite a while, ever since the uh, fight, I will
discussion.
say, discussion. Um,
Yeah,
in Even in your sleep, you were feeling a lot of strange, odd pains, um, mostly centered around what seems to be the replaced or enhanced organs that you now have,
mhm.
um, which have seemed to have gone away.
Me, the player, don't like that considering where we're at right now. But okay. Um, I think Scarlet just slowly like comes to and just like blarily looks around. Who's shaking me?
Shiro,
Oh, um, what's going on?
we've been parlayed by Elizabeth, the Promethean ship.
Oh, back already. Oh, I'm assuming the others already went on board.
Correct. I figured I'd stay behind to watch over you and make sure that everything was good.
It's a hint of something flashes in her eyes at that. Oh, you didn't have to do that. It's
I also didn't
nice.
want to go aboard the terrifying two-masted ship, so it's a
That's
win-win for me.
fair. It's honestly, it wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be last time, but I was unconscious for most of it. So yeah,
Also, our anchor is gone.
our anchor is gone.
Oh,
It is
right, no,
not.
it's not gone.
It is not.
Our They dropped anchor. It didn't hit the bottom, and then something is holding our ship.
That's probably something from her. I'm assuming she's yeah.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out when we need to, leave.
Yes. They haven't come back yet.
Okay. I need to grab Trent, I
Uh-huh.
think.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Why?
I think it's time me and Trent have a very overdue conversation.
The last time you two had an overdue conversation, you stabbed each other.
I used the blunt end of my blade, actually, but that's besides the point. Um, I think this has been coming for a while. I think we really need to sit down and talk. It
Should I
won't just
keep
be a talk.
should I keep your sword?
Sure, actually, if that'll make it easier. And I just you just see the handle pop out between her ribs, and she just slowly pulls it off to the side.
Hmm.
Here you go. It's a
Yeah,
little
that
cold to watch it.
she takes it gingerly and just like sets it next to her. I'm never gonna get used to seeing you do that.
Yeah, it's still new to me too. I still don't fully get it. I need more time to actually, try stuff out.
Well, I'll leave you to whatever you're going to do. The last time I went on that ship, they replaced my legs.
Fair. Well, I'm assuming since me and her had a decent conversation last time, I should be fine. I'm more worried about whatever she wants to do with Ren, but we can also talk all that later, I think.
Mhm.
But yeah, thanks. I'll see you later.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Charlotte just awkwardly leaves the room. She's not sure how to say bye to the situation. Just
It's the
slowly
same.
glides backwards out of the room.
Shiro like looks around like she's trying to find something else to do, so it's this equally awkward hmm. But yep, as you get out of the room, you do note that surrounding both of the ships there is this layer of red mist everywhere.
She doesn't want to kill you. She needs you to go fight Furiosa. It'll be fine. Okay, okay. Just slowly start talking myself to go walk onto that ship.
There is a small bridge essentially that's been made to connect the two ships together.
Yeah, she just slides over that and I guess just looks for everybody if everyone is at.
Could you do me a favor?
Sure.
Could you roll me a d6?
Sure. That is a 2.
Okay. As you begin to glide your way along the ship, uh, your ears detect the sound of small feet running across the deck of the ship.
Familiar small feet?
No.
Oh, okay. I will look towards where I hear that coming from.
As you look towards it, I won't have you do a perception check because you've rolled the die to determine which one this was going to be.
That's not going to be good. Let's see.
I won't need you roll. I won't need you to roll perception. I was just determining which one you were going to see.
Okay.
You look over and you see um, what looks to be a child with light tannish brown skin, um, a jet of white hair, and as they run and they leap up and they catch a hold of the mast and spin against it and turn to look at you, you see these almost golden diadem like eyes with black sclera on the behind them, but you also see the shark like grin of Guillotine as this child hangs on the mast watching you curiously.
And she mutters to herself, "Why is everywhere we go there's a fucking kid?" Um, uh, little guy, have you seen my friends anywhere?
Oh, are you with the big tall kind
Yeah,
of cool
the
giant dude?
tall giant dude, like a cocky guy with wings, and another doctor looking person.
They went down there. Points to what looks like the entrance to the whole of the ship.
Okay, thanks.
hmm
I don't think she takes her eyes off this kid as she heads down.
The
at
kid
all.
like notably raises their head as if they're smelling, just
Hmm.
and then a very confused tilt of their head. Which one are
Scarlet
you?
subconsciously snips herself.
Which one are you? You don't look like the other one.
What do you mean?
You're taller and older.
Um,
What's your number?
I don't have a number. I'm not an experiment.
Uh? Oh, that's okay.
Hmm.
He smiles.
I think Scarlet just full on stares at this kid for like a good 20 seconds, taking in that, and then just turns and walks downstairs or glides downstairs.
The walls are very constrictive. There is this almost claustrophobic sense of the place is a living, breathing ship, as if these
Mhm.
walls are more like veins. The more you glide, the more that there seem to be rooms that are too numerous. There's too many of these places in the ship, even the size of the ship that's supposed to be. And there's far too many noises for how few crew you can see in the ship.
Okay, I will just start calling out for them then because this is creepy. Guys, are you down here anywhere? Hello?
For the other two of you, this was post the conversation, and you can hear what both sounds vaguely distant, but also like a couple rooms down, the sound of Scarlet. And Elizabeth kind of tilts her head up. Oh, I guess she's awake then.
Are you sure that one's ours and not one of yours?
Oh, yes, I'm sure it's one of yours.
Good. I'm glad she's all right.
Well, it definitely sounds like her.
Would you
You
like her to?
can guide her here, I assume, or us to her.
I
I know
can.
this ship, the shape of this ship, I assume, follows your commands.
I can guide her here. And as she lifts a hand and twitches her fingers, there's the sound of what seems to be wood creaking and then tightening of steel. As Scarlet, to you, you see a few doors like open and close, and then lantern lights all flick on as if a guiding light over towards the one door that opens.
I hate I hate all of this. Okay. I don't have my weapon, so I just formed like a little ice dagger and slowly make my way down the room, down the hallway, and then just kind of peek my head around the corner.
As you peek your head around, you can see Dreki, Trent, Ren, another Ren, and Elizabeth.
Okay. Um, I'll come back to that in a second. And I pointed to two Rens. Elizabeth, nice to see you again.
A pleasure to see you too, dear. How is your wound treating you?
It's perfectly healed. I'm assuming this is a side effect. I just point to the blue.
Yes, an unfortunate side effect that can happen.
It's fine, I guess. It's cosmetic only, at least it seems to be so far.
Hmm.
Um,
We have plenty of food still here if you'd like to eat.
maybe in a little bit. I actually wanted to grab one of my crewmates for a conversation.
Ah, that would be me.
That would be you.
By all means, I'm sure that you will have lots to discuss, especially with the deal that's been made.
Sure, we can come back to that in a second. Um,
Would you
Trent,
like a private room?
I think it'd be better if we go on our own ship for this conversation.
Fair enough.
The walls have ears.
Dreki, you good to stay here
Potentially,
with
literally.
Ren and Ren?
Yeah, I've got my eyes
Oh,
on
of course, introductions. This is Ren 1.
Yes.
Wait, is the other one's the one?
That Ren nods.
That one's Ren 1. That one's our Ren.
Okay, just for my peace of mind, I'm gonna use my frost mark on Ren just so I know who is ours
Which one's which?
until it's pretty much my Hexblade thing. I just put it on just so I know it's him. I'm just gonna keep it there for the rest
Fair
of the
enough.
scene. Okay, cool. Now Ren just has a little snowflake tattoo like on their temple. Okay. Sorry about that. That'll come off later, I think. Trent?
That'll come up later, I think, is a very Scarlet thing to say.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of leaving Dreki and Ren here alone. I don't suppose you two would be willing to join us, or at least be within our line of sight.
I can stand at the gangplank.
That works.
That, I think, would be ideal.
Let's go.
I just want to keep you in my line of sight, just because I don't want to see another one of you cropping up.
Oh no, I hadn't had time to acquaint myself with Dreki or you.
There better
Copyrighted.
not be another one of me around here.
She smiles.
God damn it. Let's go before. Yeah, let's just go.
You'll make your way back through the hull of the ship, which surprisingly takes less time than it did to come
Of course.
down as the
Of course
door
it does.
opens up and it's just the stairway leading back up.
I hate this so much.
Me too. Wasn't better the first time, and I barely didn't even leave her office. So
Waiting at the gangplank is Garrow, who just kind of like gestures.
I mean, I can
Nice to
understand the
see you again.
convenience of it.
Pleasure to see you too,
we'll be back.
I assumed.
Okay. Do you want to go downstairs, up to the side, or do you want to just talk out here?
I know very little about Elizabeth at this time, but I have very, very little doubt that anything we say is going to be overheard by her regardless.
1 second in life, because we have a person popping in here. There we go.
Hey.
If not from the ship itself, one of those hand creatures will almost certainly be somewhere listening in on us.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Dreki,
So
Ren,
the deck seems reasonable
you
enough
stay
to
over
me.
here with this talkative fellow. I point to Guro. We'll be over there. I point to like the far end of the ship, just like near the whatever the front of a ship's called. I don't know terms.
Brow.
Yeah, that. But yeah, I just lead you to the end. I just lead you over to the ship, and just say like sit on like the very like point of where it meets. So, I guess first let me catch up. What are we doing here?
Well, we're being held here,
Okay.
and Ren has been negotiating with Elizabeth.
Our Ren or their Ren?
Our Ren.
Cool.
The mark you placed on his forehead was a good plan.
Yeah. It'll help us at least not get them mixed up until we leave.
I worry that there is a copy, at least one of you on the ship. The way they number it seems to be that the clones.
The weird kid asked what number I was, so I'm assuming, yeah. Great. We'll get back to that, I guess. That was an interesting spar.
Yes, it was.
You don't think I'm in control of myself, and I think it's due that we have a conversation. So for your own peace of mind, I suppose, I don't have my blade on me. It's downstairs. Shiro has it.
Honestly, I appreciate that. It is not accurate to say I don't trust you, but at this time, I don't trust that blade.
Just for your information, because I know this is all new to you in general, curse swords are mostly superstition. Like, they're powerful, don't get me wrong, but anyone who wields a sword is liable to die. Like, that kind of comes with the territory.
I admit I don't know anything about the superstition of cursed swords. I only
Pirates
know.
are very superstitious by nature.
Yes, that much I've picked up from the books and from my experience here. But I
Yeah.
can tell you, that I very nearly died there.
I held back. I, after the first thing you said, I had an idea that it was going to escalate, so I tried to just knock you out quickly so that we could talk later, but that guy just was amused and brought you up. So
I know.
everything happened that happened.
I know and I believe that you were holding back. I could tell you turned the sword around, but I need you to understand that had I not moved at exactly the right moment, that would have been a lethal blow regardless of your intent.
You would have been fine. I needed to test the blade out, and you were strong enough, at least for what I gave you.
I have made the study of the blade my entire life. I know a lethal blow when I see one. I would have been bisected regardless of which side of the sword you hit me with. I know this like I know my own name, and you know well that I know my own name. And I believe you when I say you were holding back. I don't believe the sword was. Had I not dodged, I would have died.
The sword is just a blade. It does not have any control of what it does once it's swung.
Then the only other option is that you intended to kill me, which I don't believe.
I did not intend to kill you, hence you still being alive, but we can disagree on all of that later. That's not the main reason I need to talk to
This
you.
is like you disagreeing with Dreki on shipwright business. I need you to understand. I would have died.
You would not have died.
I don't know that the rest of this conversation is going to be productive then.
Let's just
because
move
I
on.
know what a lethal blow looks like and feels like. I would have died had I not moved. I believe that you believe what you're saying, but I need you to understand that when it comes to the blade, I'm the expert. I've been holding a blade since I was 1 year old.
Just because I have mostly used my fist until recently does not mean I did not train in blades as well.
I believe you.
I am a martial artist. I know how to use every kind of weapon. I knew you would dodge, and I trust at least in your abilities as a swordsman to know that you would move out of the way. Hence, like I said, I held back on my end. But trust is what we're talking about, I guess. You don't feel I trust your leadership. You don't feel I trust the crew. It's not that I don't trust in your leadership or our decision to make you captain. You have a very rose-colored glasses view of what we're doing here. You think this is a grand adventure, a storybook tale where we're going to go off and make friends with everyone we run across, and everyone's going to know our name and praise us and all this bullshit. But the majority of pirates are like Guillotine. The majority of pirates and even Marines we run into are also like Guillotine. The waters here are not friendly. We've been fortunate enough to meet some nice people like Peaches and Core and everyone else, but more often than not, we're going to run into people like Guillotine and Elizabeth and others like that. And I want you to realize that this is not a story before it becomes fatal.
Yes, I assumed that would be. You're right. When I came down here, I was extremely naive and still am in many ways. I agree with you. When I came down here, I did think it would be a fun adventure. Meet people, maybe write a book of my own, expand my sphere of influence, as it were. Everyone up in the Sky Islands knows who I am. I thought maybe I could come down here and spread my wings a little, as it were. But then we came to the island that Guillotine destroyed. And I want you to know, with everything that I have, that the moment I saw that tree, I understood the stakes. I understand that there are monsters out there. I understand that every time We set sail. We are dancing on the edge of life and death. I have realized that. And that is why I ask your trust. That is why I need not just you, but all of you to share with me the information I need so that I can make the decisions that will keep my crew free and alive. And when yet another surprise makes me think that I've been making the wrong decisions all along, it makes me feel unworthy as a captain because my job, both in fiction and in reality, is to keep you and Dreki and Peaches and the rest alive and free. And I can't do that if I'm in the dark.
Hey, that's the thing. One, we've only known each other for a few weeks. Sharing of information, of course, that's a given. You're expecting all of us to just spill our deepest information about ourselves immediately. You come from a very privileged environment. You grew up with barely any strife, it sounds like. Dreki came to us with a bounty on his head. You have an idea of what Ren ran away from, and I just gestured to Ren and Dreki on the other ship.
Looks up at the red mist that surrounds us.
And we just resolved all of my stuff, so you're also very familiar with what I'm dealing with. So when we have stuff that we're not ready to talk about, it's not because we don't trust you. It's because it's very, very personal to tell someone you just met. That comes with time. This, like I said, this comes back to your story, but so we don't just meet and become best of friends immediately. But at the same time, if I wanted to leave, I would have left with Rosa when I made the deal. I do, and she grits her teeth like you guys. But yeah, trust is gonna be earned. Like, I trust you to in a fight. I trust you to have my back. Do I trust you to spill my whole life story yet? No. And that's not gonna happen in a few weeks. That's gonna take more time, more getting to know each other, more time adventuring and focusing as a crew. We didn't choose you as captain because we wanted you to be responsible for us or to lead us. We chose you as captain because honestly, you're the best with people, and we trust you to represent the crew in the best way. Not because we need you to baby us or to tell us what to do or to tell us we need to tell you this information or that information or to dictate anything. We're a team.
Yes, I agree. But it is still my responsibility. And if I still considered this a game, which I want you to understand I very much do not, if I still thought this was a game, then I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't care. But because I know that every decision we make as a team and everything that I say as the representative of that team could lead to the death or imprisonment of any or all of our crew, you're right. Maybe I asked too much, but I hope you understand that I've been on the back foot the entire time we've been together. Not because of you or any of the crew, but because of the things that have been coming at us, and information is power. So I hope you at least understand why I've been asking what I've been asking. It's not because I feel like you owe me anything, it's because I feel like I owe you as much safety and security as I can. And I know it's not solely my job to do so, but like you said, I'm the representative of this crew, which means I want to know each of you as deeply as I can so that I can represent you in a way that keeps us all safe.
But then you also need to trust us to know that we are in control of what we are doing out there. A blade is not controlling me. It is merely a blade. We bought it from Vosh, like a week ago at this point.
I don't trust Fosh either.
Vosh is harmless. He's a little weird that he gets around like he does, but at the most, just he's harmless so far. He's not done anything to draw our suspicion. And then
Trent has a flashback to a mental projection in which he was consumed alive by Foch,
hey, you never
but
told
doesn't
us
say
that.
anything. But doesn't say anything.
And as for my rivalry, I think you put it with my sister, that was a lot more complicated of a situation. But at the end of the day, we both wanted Guillotine dead in different ways for the same reason. That's over now. She's an ally of sorts. If we meet her on the Grand Line, then it's just like we meet any other pirate going for the One Piece. But beyond that, she'll help us as much as she can. So there's nothing to deal with there. And that's all you need to know in that situation.
Your
We
word is
have
good enough for
her
me.
at our back until we are directly in competition with her. But I think going forward, you need to, I think, trust us a little bit more as well. If you're going to be our captain and you want us to trust you, you need to return that.
I will.
Okay.
And I will divulge anything I need to. I have some words to say about Foch in the future, but this is not that conversation.
Yeah, we can get back to the crew now, and we can, if we
There
need
is
to talk more as a crew about stuff like this, we can. But
there is one more thing, and Trent, fuck. I'm so used to saying my own name. Ren and Dreki, would you be so kind as to join us, please?
Sure.
Come on over.
Sure.
Because the next thing I have to say is for everyone, and for anyone who happens to be listening in from the other
oh yeah,
ship.
before our conversation continues, this place creeps me out. So, and I hold my hand out, and you just see icicles come up from downstairs and reform the sword, and I put it slowly back inside. I was not super comfortable walking onto that ship without that. So, if that doesn't say I trust you, I don't know what else does.
So, I am aware that all of you, to one degree or another, share Scarlett's opinion about my naivete and how I act and react as captain of this ship. I know that when I introduce myself by name, many of you cringe. I know that when I sign autographs or make my presence known, many of you are justifiably concerned. And I wanted to address that as well in front of the entire crew. Peaches, Shiro, if you're out there, please come up as well.
They both do join. Peach, Shiro is staying like as far from the other ship as possible. Peaches is just like fine.
As I told Scarlett, my view of this place has greatly changed in the past several weeks. I'm aware that we're in a place that is extremely dangerous and cold and brutal and often cynical. But I will not allow that to make me cold and brutal and cynical. After seeing what I've seen here down in the seas, I understand that there are monsters like Guillotine, but I believe that is not how it ought to be. I know you see me as a fanatic for fiction, but I believe that piracy ought to be about honorable combat, about respect for friends and foes. I believe that piracy ought to be about taking only from those who can afford the loss, about standing up for the freedom of myself and my crew and those who cannot defend themselves. I know that that's not how it is for most pirates here on the seas, but it ought to be. It should be. It should be more like the books. So I act the way I act, and I am the way I am, because I will not let this world change me, not in that way. Instead, I seek to change this world. It ought to be better. There ought to be those out there who are willing to champion justice and freedom instead of brutality and murder. When I tell people my name, I am planting seeds. Seeds that I hope will grow into a more just world. I want people to think that there are pirates out there who will stand up for villagers when they're attacked by pirates or the Marines or the world government itself. I want them to say the name Trent Simmons and think of hope, of someone who will defend them, of someone who isn't like Guillotine or Elizabeth. So I'm not planning on changing. Not in that way. I will learn, I will grow, but I will not become bitter. I will not become brutal. I want us to stand as an example to the entire world about what piracy ought to be, rather than what it is. I name us the Honor Pirates. And we will change the world. That's all I have to say. Anyone who is not interested in that goal, I have no judgment. If I can't make my own crew believe in me and what I have to do and what my mission is, then it's impossible. I can't convince the world to see things the way I do if I can't even convince those who depend on me and on whom I depend. I need you all to be with me in this. This is not about my fame or fortune any longer. This is about changing the world. What do you say?
I'm not calling myself a pirate.
You can call yourself whatever you wish, but understand that others will. As they are already.
I guess we need one person to be somewhat idealistic. Just know that it's not going to happen overnight. And I think we're good.
I would never have had to be convinced of a need for better people in the world or that you could be one of them. I think I didn't leave behind you just sort of this to keep doing it somewhere else. I left it behind because it's not right. And when we decided that you should be captain, I mean, I know we'd only known each other for a few days, and there's a million reasons we decided anything we decided, but we wouldn't have chosen a guy like you to be captain if that wasn't what we wanted.
Ren, you and I already have a lot of the same goals in mind. The whole reason why I have a bounty on my head is because I wouldn't allow someone bigger and with the means to push around people to do it. I'm still not gonna let that happen. That's why I want those fruits. That's why I want that fruit out of her hands. We're on the same side, and I have no problem calling you my captain. Just know I'm probably going to get us into more trouble in the future because I don't want people to get bullied.
Have you not heard a single word I just said?
Oh, I heard all of it.
I want you to intervene where there is bullying. Just don't do it alone. Other pirates, Marines, the world government itself. It is us against them.
Oh, definitely is now.
Peaches, what say you?
Well, we can't.
Peaches, you're
I was
muted.
muted. Well, I was muted. Well, if it wasn't going
Way
to
to
be me-
mess up a poignant
Wow,
moment.
Peaches is
Devontae.
speechless, guys.
Fuck. Well, if it wasn't going to be me leading, then the next best person was going to have to be you.
Pirouette,
Shiro. And
Shiro.
she like pauses. I'm not good with grandiose speeches, but as long as you don't lead me to do something against my own code of ethics, then I think we're fine.
I find this to be fair and acceptable. I know we've only known each other for maybe a couple of months at most. 6 weeks, 8, it's hard to keep track on the sea. But I do trust all of you. And I honestly feel closer to all of you than I have with basically anyone in my entire life. And that says a great deal about my life before coming down here. Most people who knew me up there, outside and even within my family, were there because of my fame. Because up there, standing next to me means sharing the spotlight. And I know that sounds arrogant and cocky, but it is what it is. You are the first ones who I feel see who I truly am, as opposed to just my sword and my words and my face. Everyone else just wanted something from me. This crew is as much or more of a family than my family was to me. And if you're not ready for that, I understand, but that is how I feel. And I appreciate each and every one of you for sharing in these grand adventures with me.
In all fairness, it helped that we didn't know who you were.
You know, sometimes that still takes me aback.
So
And I
still
think-
not calling you my brother.
And I think with that, because I found out that I have to pick up my wife now because she misread the schedule, we're going to take a quick break.
Good, I need a little bit of time
Yeah.
away for a second.
We will be back shortly. Dougie. And we're back, and I'm gonna put Luke on the spot. Hey, Luke, introduce yourself, your character, and what's your favorite pizza topping?
Hi, I'm Luke. My character's name is Ren. He's something. And my favorite pizza topping. Oh, I'll give you guys my obscure one. Apple, not pineapple, but apple. If you put it with some like sausage and some like olives, it's really good. You get the sweet and salty thing without it being as crazy.
I have to try this now.
My
Mhm.
partner
I
recently
can't. I'm allergic to apple. Fuck.
my partner
No.
recently requested a grilled cheese sandwich with apple slices in it, and I tried it as well, and it was
I can do
amazing.
that.
So I see
can
it.
get
I
into
see
that.
it.
Mhm, mhm.
So hold on. I am sorry, Javante, but I have to delay
You're
the
good.
game a little bit.
You're good.
Are we
You're good.
talking like? Obviously, it's not Red Delicious because that's garbage. But are we talking like sweet apples like Fuji, or are we talking sour apples like Granny Smith?
I mostly get it from a restaurant near me, and I would guess,
There's a restaurant that does apple pizza. That's awesome.
yeah, I think it's a sweeter apple, but they do like real little, like small.
Very thin, yeah.
I
Right.
mean,
Can
this
we
state
stop putting
does
fruit on my
sandwiches.
pizza? No. Just no. It
This
sounds
state
so
literally
wrong.
makes sandwiches called the Vermonter that has
Hi.
apple in it.
You sh-
Hi
I
in
would
the
eat that.
chat.
That sounds great.
Hi in the chat forgets that tomato is a fruit.
It
we
is.
don't count
Wait.
tomato. Get out of here.
No, it counts.
I will
It
fight
counts.
you.
All right.
You might just put it with every other vegetable ever known to man, but
Yeah.
it's still a fruit.
Fruit.
To be fair, I also do not put vegetables on my pizza.
See,
So
this is why my answer is apple, is because it causes chaos when I say it.
I'm perfectly fine with that. I now have to try it, despite the fact that it's going to make my throat hurt. It's gonna happen. It's fine. We're gonna get back into this. Post the most amazing heartfelt speech. We're just gonna pop back in directly following that. Who wants to let Scarlet know about what's happening?
here, I'll segue us into this perfectly. So now that we're all on the same page,
Okay.
why are we here and what's going on? Because I'm assuming just from the brief walk back and forth that we got ourselves into something.
So
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to throw to Ren on this one because I'm not entirely sure myself.
Okay, so it wasn't our fault originally. While you were crashed, Elizabeth sort of cornered us out here and had her, what does she call him? Big brother, large guy, big guy underwater, grabbed a hold of our boat. So we really didn't have a choice. We went to go talk to her to resolve this. She learns things that sounds like you've learned, or she tells us things that sounds like you've learned about making duplicates of people and whatever her latest projects are. She then offered to make a little bit of a deal because she still has a devil fruit that Dreki would like, and as subnote to that, it would be nice for her to not have it. And she said if we stayed the night on her ship, she would give it to us. We made some other suggestions. She didn't go for it. But we made like a written contract that she can't touch us or do anything to us while we're there. So we're just sort of stuck here for the night until 12:30 tomorrow.
I mean, I personally am okay with
And I
it
cannot-
because she's
Muted.
already done a lot to me, so I don't think there's any much more she can gain from me at this point.
Also, you
Oh.
weren't part of the deal, so
Great. So
I
you
mean-
have
if you stay on our ship, it should be fine. It's just those of us who are already here that are part of this deal.
So
I
is
think
it
we
the
should go back
three
and
of
forth.
you, or is it everyone else but me?
Just the three of us. I
I
didn't
mean, it
want
would make sense for me, Shira, Peaches, and the kid to stay here. I obviously don't want the kid to go anywhere near this
Oh,
ship.
Alice is not going on that ship.
Sounds good,
So-
and I can go back and forth between ships if needed.
I think so. Yeah.
It's as
Yeah.
long as none of us the immediate
Yeah.
area and try to escape.
Yeah. Hey, Peaches, do you want to do us a big favor and just stay with Alice the whole time while we're
I,
here?
I was planning on doing that anyway.
Perfect. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And then Shiro, just obviously, me and you can rotate watching
Yeah, that
everything.
sounds fine.
Oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned. I wasn't really asleep downstairs. I was more knocked out. I don't actually need to sleep anymore.
Like ever?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's a nice side effect I didn't know about.
Yeah, also,
Aw.
yeah, it's a little weird. I think my body was more just regenerating all the power because I haven't used it yet from our fight more than anything else. But so I can stay up and keep watch like indefinitely now when we need it.
Good, that's great. So in the meanwhile, we're stuck adjacent to hell. That's good.
For one night,
Yep. You have
and
a
hopefully we'll get out of here, although we still don't know exactly what it is that Elizabeth really wants.
When
Ren, I don't suppose you can give us any insight as to what
Didn't she
her
tell us she
overall
wanted
goal?
an army?
Yeah, I'm inclined to believe what she says. She wants to overthrow the rest of the hand. She has this, as usual, insane plan for doing it. I
She
think
also wants to go after Furiosa.
yes.
Oh yeah, I guess I can mention that now. That was kind of part of all of this. I kind of am obligated to go after Furiosa now. I don't know
Do
how I
we
feel about that, but we'll
did
cross that when we get to it.
do we still have the Denden Mushi that was connected to Furiosa, or did we throw that overboard?
you still have it.
We still have it.
I'm not going near that thing.
No, we should keep it locked up in a box until we are ready to reach out to her.
Definitely. My only guess as to why she wants us to stay tonight is observation.
She probably wants to study what's changed in me, study what you've been up to, and Data needs to.
No.
Well, she's well aware
been-
that there are lawsuits involved if she decides to try to copy my face, so
I don't
She-
think
Who
she
knows
cares.
if she's
Yeah,
already studied
Shiro
this.
does like a little look up into the sky as a thought and just I don't
Jiro,
I'm
just
gonna
nod. Just nod.
okay.
Yeah. I will say, when I was unconscious, I did feel something weird with the new parts. Because I know she replaced some stuff in there as well.
okay, so this is one of
Don't
those
like to
things
hear
that I
that.
have not been made aware of yet that I think should probably be I think it is relevant enough now
This
that I
is
can ask
why
about
I
it.
am
Yes.
talking about it, yes. I
Did you know your
honestly,
scales are blue now?
I think that's just I think it's a side effect of the new powers.
That's the ice. Yes?
Yeah, I have the equivalent of whatever I point to your citrine on your blade. That inside my ribs, like lodged, I think, into my organs internally now. So
Does she even
eh,
know what she's doing? Did she do this like
I mean, as you guys saw, I already had some ice abilities. Just being a merfolk in general, I think whatever she did, she might have just enhanced
But
that
so
to
to be
the
clear, she just stuck a
extreme.
rock in your chest. That's what you're saying.
I don't know. I think there was that, plus
Did you
maybe
consent to
some.
this?
I did consent to this. I think it was a mix of that with she might have used some of that green liquid stuff.
The fruit juice. The
Yeah.
devil fruit juice.
Mm-hmm.
Ren, can you give me a medical check? Or
Fruit
medicine
juice.
check, I guess.
Can I get a fruit juice check?
Check for juice.
That's how it works, right? You squeeze a devil fruit and it becomes a green juice that you can inject. Yeah, that's how it works.
Sure. I only got a 12.
You have a vague idea of this procedure. You're not you've seen variations of it. The thing is that she never had her hand on a portion of the One Piece prior to this. But variations of this kind of procedure have been done where it's adding to or replacing a part with something that she designed and then enhancing it with what is essentially a false devil fruit to make it function properly. It's just this is different because this now has a
One Piece.
piece of the One Piece in it, so the idea is that she probably knows what she's doing, but doesn't know the exact consequences of doing it this way.
So this wouldn't be the first time she implanted something in somebody.
You made it seem like she's done this with the fruits before, but whatever she did with me, she was more sure of its stability after practice. So I don't know. She also did something to Rosa too, but I think that's whatever deal they had. She seemed fine with everything. So
I if there are medical complications, I don't think it will have to do with her surgery. For everything that is wrong with her, it's not a
Yeah.
lack of
I
skill.
think when we're very, very far away from her, you can give me a checkup, Ren. That's fine.
Okay, I will.
But for now, the biggest side effect that is in play is that I will not need to sleep while we're on the creepy ship. So
Yes,
I think that's
the
probably
biggest side
a
effect.
plus for right now.
Yes, that's the biggest side effect, not that she has turned blue.
Or
I
the
think the
ice.
blue looks good on me though, guys. What do you
Yeah, blue looks fine. It's
No,
Yeah.
a
it's not
nice
bad.
it's a
just different.
contrast. It's a contrast to the red, which is, nice.
I mean,
Are you going to rename yourself, or are you going to stay with Scarlet?
I'm gonna stay with Scarlet.
See now,
Azure's a great name.
but Scarlet's ironic now.
Her
Yeah,
hair.
exactly.
Her hair.
Sapphire.
No, my hair turned blue too. Everything's
Oh yeah, the
blue.
hair turned blue. Everything is now blue.
Everything's blue.
Ah,
Even my clothes are blue. It's just different shades of blue all over my body.
so
Periwinkle.
No, we're gonna stick with Scarlet. It's fine. My coloring is not the issue here.
no, we're near Hellship. That's the issue.
Yeah, that's the issue. So I will keep watch the whole time we're here. You guys can rotate if you guys want to have a second person up here, but we need to just stay.
Obviously,
Fuck
in
outta here.
particular, keep an eye on Alice and on Peaches. I don't want anything bad
Honestly,
to happen to Peaches again.
As soon as these two go into the room, I am gonna ice the whole room shut until morning, I think, just to be on the safe side.
I do think we're going to be required to stay there. I don't think we're going to get to come.
That's
We were
fine.
allowed to come
Yes.
back and grab stuff, but
I can check in with you. I can check in through the night as much as I don't want to walk on the creepy ship. Shira, you want to go on the creepy ship with me later?
No.
Please?
No, absolutely not. Like I said, the last time I was on that ship, they replaced my legs with swords.
You're gonna let me walk on there alone?
You slither. You don't walk.
It's besides the point.
What, is the baby afraid?
You're the one that won't go in there. I'm still gonna go regardless.
Yeah, I'm terrified.
I just need you to slash at any creepy children that pop out at me.
I have
hey,
Did
I
you
don't think
see
it's
the?
kid's fault.
I just point to the. Is the kid still in the mast?
no.
Okay.
You know what?
It's creepier.
You know what? Who would be funnier to roll this? You know what, Trent? Can you roll me a D100?
I can do
God.
that.
That's
Low
always
is bad.
ominous. A D100 is always ominous coming from the DM. What could that be for?
Low is bad.
All right, let's see. I got a 42.
Oh,
Life, the universe, and everything.
good,
We
good.
won. We won the game,
Yeah,
right? That's the answer to the universe. We win.
Cool. No, but you helped me because as a DM, I love when players do a thing. Then roll a D6.
I'm scared.
Boy.
Sorry if it's 2 again. Watch. Roll. No, that kid isn't on there.
I hate how you phrased that.
But you do see just seated in the crow's nest, A child with large black wings just staring down. Same gold colored diadem like eyes.
Is the child on fire?
Well, the hair is.
Hmm.
Gonna be
Like I said, creepy children.
that'd be Fury 5 is who that is.
I'd really rather you not be up there, Fury 5.
Tilts her head. Gives a little wave.
Well,
Yes. So that's the thing we understood or we learned about these clones is when one fails, it's replaced by another one and the number is increased, which means there were at least 4 more Furiosas before this one, not including the original.
Yeah, I also saw a kid earlier that had a very similar appearance like qualities to guillotine. So
Yeah, we
Yep.
saw them too.
yeah. So yeah, like I said, creepy children. Also, why do we keep running into
also saw
children
one that
everywhere we
looked
go?
like Koji.
Everywhere we go.
Everywhere.
Elizabeth, can you hear
Children.
us?
No
Elizabeth.
response. There is no response.
She's not gonna. She's gonna make us come back around to
I
her.
just want to know if the original guillotine somehow survived.
I mean,
All right. Well, I'll find out when we get back onto the hell ship.
speaking of, should we?
We should. Theoretically, us being here this long might already constitute a breach of
yeah,
contract,
you
so we
guys,
should move on.
you
Yeah.
guys have fun. Yell if
Well.
you need me.
I'm not sleeping tonight.
I will be on the deck all night, just staring at strong silent type over there. And I just nod to Garo, stare at us down from the gangplank.
Yeah, that's
He-
fine.
I find
He, like-
Garot to be delightful.
Do you? Okay.
Okay.
He never interrupts my stories.
He just like continues to lean on the railing. Just
I'm sure he loves your stories.
Oh, I didn't say that. I just said he doesn't interrupt.
Yeah, you should talk to him all night. I'm sure he'll listen.
Garot, let me tell you about this tournament when I was 17 years old.
That's when Scarlet heads downstairs.
if you are actually going to do this, he just like lifts a head up to look to you. You're Trent Simmons, right?
I am.
God, he knew his name.
Elizabeth talks a lot about you.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's terrifying. See, when I talk a lot about me, it's just arrogance. But when Elizabeth talks a lot about me, that's terrifying. Thank you for letting me know, though.
People aren't really
Probably
normally.
won't be sleeping tonight either.
People normally aren't a fan when their doctor knows everything about them. I get it. I have a question for you.
I have an answer. Let's see if they match.
Those wings of yours, where do they attach?
Oh, just below the shoulder blades.
Hmm.
And I know for Skypeans, and this is an odd thing. Skypeans have these butterfly-like wings, and sometimes when folks look at Birkins like me, they think that we're unusual or odd because our wings angle downward. Whereas, of course, as you can see, Fury's wings are much larger and actually able. Fury 5, are you able to actually fly, or can you just float like I can?
She visibly smiles very wide, stands and leaps from the crow's nest and soars circling around it before landing back on the crow's nest.
As you can see, different areas of Skypiea have, or of the Sky Islands have different types of wings. Mine can't bear my weight for more than a few seconds.
Hmm. I'm always curious about how people's structures function.
That's not
Can't
creepy in the
imagine
slightest.
Why?
He looks over to Dreki. I'm sure you know the reason.
I have an idea. Just kind of glances to Ren.
That's why all Birkin shirts and jackets have 2 vertical slats that go down the back,
Hmm.
so that the wings can come out and not be restricted.
Ren, you're
Hard to put on still, though.
give me a history check.
I'm rolling so bad. History 9.
You're aware of some facets of Garo's background, since you essentially both grew up on the ship. Um, you know that Garou has a bit of a history prior to joining the crew. Um, you're not sure exactly where. You do know that he does not, when the ship has traveled to certain islands, he does not leave the ship. Um, specifically, yes, specifically speaking, um, he does seem to have an issue when dealing with both Marines and CC9.
DC or CP?
CP.
Um,
This being said, Garou's function on the ship, as far as you remembered, because this doesn't really require as much of a role, he was the subduer of more rowdy patients. The two nicknames that he's given, Dreki guessed one of them, which was Garou the Ripper. Um, the one that he became notorious of on the ship was Garou the Breaker.
Okay.
So his intimate knowledge of people's structures is uh for one purpose.
Yeah, I think Ren just doesn't point out his own notebook of how people function, and maybe including members of the crew. Um, but it's like, okay, we should get back um before we breach the contract.
Back onto the deck of the Hell ship. Um, does so like Trent has already gotten onto the ship and is like over on the railing with Garou as he is having this very normal and not at all creepy conversation. Um, and he's gonna take a moment to actually really take a look around because when he first got here, he was really focused on what he was doing. Tell me more, please, about the actual visible current configuration of this ship.
This ship is it defies everything that you know about a ship. It's
That's
too
very little.
I
That's
know.
a low
It's
bar.
to be fair, you've only seen a few ships. It's too big. The actual top that you are standing on has several layers that go up, where you see the wheel is essentially just positioned on one of the two halves. Um, and that's about the level of normalcy. Outside of that, the mast is too large. The sails are too big to be properly like carrying the ship around. But if you stop thinking of it as the structure of a ship and more as the structure of a hospital, it begins to make more sense. This upper layer of the ship feels more like the lobby where people go to wait. The further you descend, you can kind of hazard a guess, the more intricate the ship's layout becomes, where there are wards designated for different areas. Granted, you all see that the ship shifts and moves according to Elizabeth's whims, but it's almost as if Elizabeth has decided, like, okay, you are now going to this level, and I don't want you disturbing these patients, so you are going to this level. So the ship is as much a living creature as everything else around the ship. Don't know if that helps, but
Not really, but
yeah,
it's good to know.
it's very difficult to describe an eldritch thing.
Um, what time is it at the moment?
We are pushing into late evening.
All
At
right.
least you would imagine, as the sky is darker, but it's also surrounded by
By red fog,
red
yes.
fog, so
Hey, Guro, do you know how it is she makes this red fog? It looks like an incredible defensive feature, but also I imagine it gives away your position on the sea.
do you want the answer that will not scare you or the answer that will scare you?
You know, I think I'm gonna go with the answer that'll scare me at this point. I know I'm not inured to everything that's here, but I think I'm becoming a little bit used to it. What
A
is
sh-
is that
a
blood?
hos-
Is that blood?
He nods. The hospital of this size and magnitude cannot possibly float if we have all the blood storage that would be required. So we let it out. We have
And it
several pistons and pipes that run through the inner workings of the ship that missed the blood to come out.
that's less terrifying than I thought it would be.
As for if it makes us obvious, of course it does. But who in their right mind attacks us?
Suppose I can't argue with that.
He straightens, like stiffens a little bit and rolls his shoulders. As a caveat to that, the mist also carries a portion of Elizabeth's vaccine, if you will.
I'm not familiar with the word.
It's an inundator to a lot of ulterior effects of medications. If someone was, let's say, injured or overusing a portion of their being, the vaccine would kick in. It would begin to slowly heal. But gestures over to actually, if you're still aboard, gestures over to Ren. If you are unused to the vaccine's implementation or have not received it in quite some time, the effects can be just as painful as if you overuse that portion of your being. As an example, Ren uses his eyes far more than most people due to his nature as a doctor.
Javante, check your mic volume, please.
I'm also
Slowly
speaking
fading away.
I'm also speaking so hoarsely.
Just making sure.
Yeah. That being said, the overuse of his eyes and the vaccine means that it's overdriving his system essentially. You probably felt the same effects in your body.
Well, can't say that I do, but it's been a minute since I've been injured, and that was already taken care of before I came on here. So I'll just do my best not to be injured while I'm on board.
As a
when I
as-
really coughed
as-
up blood.
yeah. As a reminder,
You did feel
there was a lot of
after-
pain in your wings and
Oh, that was right. That's
bones.
right. The joints and the bones. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. I remember. My
Has-
real life memory is garbage.
Has that lessened for us, or are we still just
Yes, it has
Okay.
lessened.
like have we just been suffering this whole time?
Nope, it has lessened. The longer you've been on the ship, the less painful it's gotten.
I'm gonna go try to find my room.
Down the hall, take the second set of stairs to the left.
I'm gonna do that. I want to go see Ren's thinking he can grab any like notes or research that he just sort of when he skedaddled, he just left it all. It's like, okay, if you left it exactly how it was,
Yep.
Don't mind if I do.
As a thing, if you go down the hall, down the second set of stairs to the left. What would Ren's room have looked like?
He doesn't care about like decoration. You can't be somebody who cares about looks and do what he does.
Yeah.
So it's pretty plain, but comfortable enough. They would have wanted to be able to be comfortable and rest somewhere. But for the most part, it's just covered in books and like scraps of paper and notes. A lot of things that would be like important info or like personal research are out in the open. It's just that it's scattered in with things like a checklist for groceries from 2 months ago. So the concept of tracking down or following a single train of thought is it's pretty impossible.
Mirroring real life in some way.
You guys have not seen my desk at work.
It does seem like everything is where it was, as if it, genuinely speaking, hasn't been touched, or probably more accurately, has been kept in a state of isolation to where nobody was going to come near it.
Yeah. And I think he'll just start going through and like grabbing things that he thinks are important, trashing stuff that the grocery list from 3 months ago, and just see if he can get anything that would be helpful later.
There is a little kind of like a soft thud sound as you can hear somebody just leaning on the door frame. It is Elizabeth, who is just kind of watching, just looking at her fingers.
He glances up but doesn't stop. Can I help you?
Like I said, everything was as you left it.
I see that.
Anything you're looking for in specific?
Hmm, not particularly. I'm hoping to take my research with me now that you've required the time of us.
At least leave some behind. It was nice to see your handwriting every now and again.
He looks down at like the equivalent of a sticky note that says like don't forget water bottle, and is like, is this, will this do it?
It works.
Okay, great. And he sticks it back on the wall. um how much have you been watching us?
Hmm. She seems to think about this. Watching you in specific or watching the whole of your crew?
Can I get both answers?
You in specific since the day you left.
Why wait until now to um bring us into a meeting?
Wanted to make sure that everyone was steered in the correct direction.
Explain.
One of your friends is already very willing to play ball. The other three of you, less concerned.
Ah,
One is a celebrity, and though I am quite a fan of their work and their ability, they're an honorable type. That tends to be disastrous. The other one is she thinks about how she wants to respond. The other one reminds me of someone that, though I greatly respect, can have issues when it comes to sorting out the problems of the little man. And you, though you have an incredible amount of knowledge and potential, have a tendency to think a bit more with the heart than the head. So, had to make sure that all of you were guided properly.
you say things like they're problems when and you can't even see. What do you mean by, what are you trying to guide us toward?
If you are to cure the world of a cancer, you can't afford to have people think about other symptoms.
You can't diagnose cancer without the symptoms. You
We
can't
already
diagnose anything without symptoms.
we
That's what
already see what the symptoms are. You and I both know that Furiosa is a problem. I need you all to help me with the getting rid of her aspect of things.
you can't do it yourself.
Not as I am right now. And if I take too long, she'll get too strong. But you all have a far better chance of it, as long as I can guide it properly.
I think many people would see leading from the back as a form of weakness.
Are you one of those many people?
I have chosen to follow a captain who would never think of it.
She nods.
What are you hoping to get tonight?
She thinks about how she wants to respond, like straightens her dress. I want to see if I can overcome a weakness of my own.
Really?
Yes.
Are you willing to share what that is?
I miss you, and that's a problem.
Hmm. You haven't struck me as someone who cared about keeping people close.
She like looks around the where she is standing. Before I made this crew, I was part of Furiosa's, in much the same position you were in. She helped to shape me and the rest of us, and we were family. I suppose a part of that idea has translated over to you and to Garo in some sense, and to my new era of pirates. But that same attachment can be a problem. And I'm trying to rectify it.
Do you think that your new children will stay with you forever?
Why do you ask?
This, you seem like you're grasping on to something that you aren't going to have.
She looks like she wants to respond, and for a brief moment, you can, before I say that, give me a perception, or actually give me an insight.
Okay, hey, I rolled above a 10. It's a big day. That's gonna be a 22.
You see for a moment there's two emotions that pass through her eyes. The first, at the idea that they might leave, you can see fear and then anger at the question. And then it's back to this like sort of semi-blank state. When this is over, I don't think I'll have to worry about that.
All right. I guess if my problem is thinking with the heart, then you're trying to cut yours out. We'll see how that goes for you.
Wild emotions are what got the world to this point.
I don't think anyone else would accuse me of having wild emotions other than you.
You left a place where you could learn in perpetuity for what?
My standard of my bar of things that are bad is pretty low. And yet, you are an overachiever.
I suppose so. Can't create an omelet and all that.
Sure. Is there something you need from me? I'm just gathering.
No, feel free to do as you like. It is your room.
Okay, you're welcome to do whatever you want with the space.
I might. And she begins to walk away.
I fully let her.
Yep. As you continue to do this, Trekkie, what are you doing?
Um, is the what constitutes as the top deck fairly open?
Yes, extremely.
Okay. He's essentially going to be staying up on top and not going into that illogical mess of a ship. Not only is it
Right.
terrifying in general, just everything about this ship hurts mentally for him, given his position as shipwright.
You hear the sound of splashing.
No. He will go to the edge and look over.
You see what looks to be a merfolk just swimming around the ship. Every now and again, she jumps out of the water, back in, out of the water, back in.
Only because I have to ask. Does it look familiar to me?
Yeah, it looks very similar to Scarlet to an extent. The hair is
Post or
pre,
pre or post?
pre. Here's the thing. There are minor differences that you having hung around Scarlet long enough are like, oh, what the fuck? One, the hair is much shorter.
Mhm.
Ron, interestingly enough, and this was not on purpose, it's actually very similar to your current hairstyle page. It was not on purpose, but it
Fuck
was.
you.
How can you say it's not on purpose? Paige has had that hairstyle for a minute now.
Yeah, but like it's a hairstyle that I've seen a lot, so my
I'm
brain
gonna
latches
part
on
my
to it.
hair now.
That and then the tail is different. There is a
Like a
visible
shark.
there is a visible split to where like okay, you can see that these are supposed to be legs, but as she comes out of the water, that split forms, and as she hits back in, it reforms into the tail.
Gotcha. Yeah, Scarlett's not gonna like that. I don't even know if I like that. Just kind of looks down on the ground, contemplating just a lot of things right now before just moving away, shaking his head.
Trent, are you still talking to Garo?
Oh yeah, has not stopped for a single moment since we started the conversation. Like
He is attentively listening. He doesn't really talk back. He's just in the
like I
most
said, he
like I'm just
doesn't
gonna let you
interrupt. This
go.
is the best kind of person to tell all of my stories to. So it's stories of tournaments, stories of autograph signing, stories of crazy fans that followed him back to the hotel after an event, stories of Daredevil jumping off of high buildings in front of lots of people in order to gin up popularity for an upcoming duel, that sort of thing.
The best way I could describe the comeback is like Henry Cavill's Witcher of just like the at like any pause to just you're not sure if it's keep talking or shut up, but you've decided which one this means.
You know, you are an excellent listener. I really appreciate it. Many people stop me from talking long before this point, but it sounds very much, or it looks very much, like you're incredibly interested in my career and my goings on. And it's been a while since I've been around someone so appreciative of my stories. So I want to thank you. And he immediately launches into the story of when he had to duel three people at once as part of a charity gig, and how he actually lost that fight technically, but only because one of the people who had already been eliminated managed to throw some sort of object that tripped him up before the final blow was landed.
Scarlet, what are you doing?
First, this would have been like when I walked off her originally. I wanted to see where Alice is at.
Alice is currently in her room. She is like furtively looking in the direction of where the ship is through the wall. Just
Hey, how are you doing down here?
just visibly like jumps and skitters over to the corner. Huh.
It's okay. It's okay.
Um, I'm I'm good, I think.
Sorry.
Good. I got fish in my tooth.
Sorry, I had to let someone through the living room.
You're good.
um, Peaches will be down here with you soon,
Mhm.
and it's gonna stay with you tonight.
Okay.
I
What
will.
about the others?
The others have to stay over at Ren's old place for
I
the
don't
night.
like that.
I know. I will be periodically checking on them because I didn't get roped into that. And
Okay.
Shiro will also be here on the ship.
Okay.
As soon as Peaches is in here, and you
Mhm.
guys are, well, I don't know if you'll be able to sleep much, but are in here and safe. I'm gonna ice everything over some no thin unit here tonight, okay?
Okay.
So you'll be okay. And you still have your blades?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just remember what we practiced
Mm-hmm.
on the island and on the way here. And hopefully you'll be okay.
Okay.
Okay. I just need you to be brave for me.
Okay.
You gotta protect Peaches. He's very delicate.
You hear from just the other side of the ship. Whatever. Okay.
Okay.
I'll protect Peaches.
I believe you will. And I just like scruffle the top of her her
Hmm.
head.
Her tail wags.
He'll be down here shortly, but for now I'll just lock the door on the outside. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If you need anything, I will be on the ship, so just like, I don't know, knock 5 times hard on the door and I should be able to hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Talk to you in a little bit.
Okay.
And then I want to go down the hallway, but not towards the stairs. I want to go like to the lowest part of the ship. And I want to go out one of the windows and swim over to Elizabeth's ship.
Okay. You already know what's gonna happen when you do that, so sure.
Yeah, that's
As
Have
a
fine.
fun
thing,
with that.
as a thing, as you go into the water, you can see the hand that's holding the ship.
I just look down, give a little wave, and then just slowly start to move towards Elizabeth's ship.
As you begin to make your way towards the ship, something quickly like darts past you and then fires upwards to the surface.
I don't like that.
See it dive back in, and you get the briefest look of what could best be described as if you and Rosa had a younger sister.
If
With
your name is Scarlet One, I'm gonna be really pissed off.
her head tilts. Mm-mm.
Oh no.
What's your name, kid?
Crims one.
Okay, cool. 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 You've been around probably for what, a few weeks now? How long has it been since I've been on this ship before?
It's been a bit. It's been a while. She smiles.
You wanna show me where your creator's window is? I need to have a talk with her privately.
You want to talk to mommy?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. And she, faster than you, dives down and
How dare
shoots
you?
towards the ship. Yep.
Fucking kid.
She swims weirdly
Mm.
because you see that every time that like the fins move, that she almost seems like she's trying to bend her legs again. But because they are back in the mertail shape, they don't do it that way.
Do I notice like the split seam?
You can see where there is a seam
Mm.
where they seem to split.
Deal with that later.
But she takes you towards what looks like equally a door on the underside of the ship and like taps it and then points to you and then taps it again.
Okay. Um, I don't know what else to say to you. I'll talk to you later. Have fun.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just wait for the door to open. Does the door open?
Yep, as the door opens, there is the sense of like the water pushing up to let you in, and then there's like a depressurization as the water comes back down. You're not in a pleasant place.
Yeah, you
At
had to say that.
the where the ship opens seems to be like the underside of the hospital,
Hmm.
which is littered with detritus, as we shall say. The remnants of what you could only imagine were failures and patients that have expired, but they haven't disposed of quite yet.
I hate all of this. Do any of these failures look like me?
No,
Okay,
thankfully,
good.
no.
Um,
You do see some that look very similar to guillotine. Um,
I think just on reflex, not even like out of an actual cast in her mage armor and armor badge. This just go on out of fright. She just ices over. Okay.
there is the sound of shuffling and then like
Um, I'm on your ship, so I know for a fact you can hear me. Um, can we talk privately, Elizabeth?
there isn't a response for a few seconds, and then that shuffling sound can be heard as a large form like pushes its way up above some of the corpse pile. Its body is very bulbous. It doesn't have a head, but you see a seam that runs up the torso where the head would be. It seems to like shuffle around. It picks up one of the corpse's heads, pulls it up in front of its face, and you hear Elizabeth's voice come out of the corpse's mouth. Would you rather me come down there, or would you like to come up here?
I would. I think I would rather come up there. I just want to talk privately, though. I don't want the
Up,
others
up
to
the
know
stairs,
right
two
now.
doors.
Okay,
Up the
thank
stairs,
you.
two doors to the left. Thank you.
She walks out of the room. As soon as she's out of the room, I like get through the door. Immediately just throws up
Mhm.
from seeing all of that. This place.
Fair and valid.
Okay. I don't know if this is a great idea now. That's fine. We're already here. I just walk upstairs to her office.
What's the
Stairs,
only
two
correct response to that room?
up the stairs, two doors to the left, and you are greeted with something that it may be odd to you in this setting. You see a well kept, if homely room. You see a bed that's been placed at the side, a desk that has paperwork scattered everywhere, a piano is placed at the other side, um, a small plate has been like set down onto the bed with half of a sandwich, and you see Elizabeth just looking down at the paperwork, not writing currently and not facing you, just sorry, you caught me at a moment. What can
This is a little more not your aesthetic than I would expect for your private quarters.
reminds me of home?
Fair enough. I just felt like we should follow up a little bit since our last talk.
Right. Her head turns 180 degrees to face you, and then her
Hmm.
body follows suit.
I hate. Okay.
How are you feeling?
Well, I obviously stuff's been working, right? As you can
Mhm.
see.
Good, good.
The no sleep's new.
It's more than likely that the one piece attached to you, associated with the false devil fruit that I gave to you, is accelerating your adrenaline.
Okay. That explains a lot. Okay, interesting. We're gonna be here all night, and obviously you have your deal with the others to kind of, I guess, study them or whatever you want them here for.
Observation.
Yeah, what you said.
Mhm.
We already have our agreement in place.
Right.
So I figured since I'm here, we could see what else I can do, or if there's any more tweaks that we would need.
I wasn't born yesterday. What exactly are you looking for?
The power is nice, and I'm assuming it's going to get better the more accustomed I get to everything.
Yes.
I just want to be able to control everything, plus try to integrate this a little bit more. And I just pull the curse blade out of my chest.
That explains something.
Yeah, it seems like my magic has pretty much integrated with it, but it
Mhm.
still has some weird effects when I used it. It did throw like a frost flash lightning bolt at Trent.
Yes, that's a very interesting effect. I wonder if you noticed it. I'm sure he hasn't yet since he didn't say anything, but my observation showed it off. I'm gonna hazard a guess on something. You two had a fight.
Yeah, we sparred. That was supposed to be like a friendly thing that got a little too personal, but
You nearly killed him.
he dodged. I held back. He's still alive. It's fine.
You holding back isn't really the point here, because I was accurate. You may not have noticed. Would you allow me to show you something?
Sure.
She kind of like reaches up and she pulls down what would be similar to like pulling a map file out. As she pulls it down, she picks up a large see-through sheet and places it there. And as she removes her hand, a image appears on this paper of the group as they were talking in the dinner atmosphere, but it focuses in on Trent.
Okay, what am I looking at here?
I want you to one moment while I make sure of exactly if I'm right on exactly where a specific thing was. Uh, I want you to look towards his neck and goes further along to the chest.
Okay, I'm looking.
You see, at close examination, what look to be Lichtenberg-like marks that go from essentially the side of the neck down to the chest until they disappear under the shirt.
What? Oh,
Surprised?
did I do that?
I believe so. You said it was a frost-like lightning splash, right?
Yeah, like a.
Lichtenberg marks appear whenever lightning strikes somebody and they survive, of course.
Yeah, it seemed like I hit. It felt like the blade felt like it hit right where it needed to, but when that happened, something triggered.
So, you've left a mark. And with the level of power that your body now outputs, I don't think that even Ren, as marvelous as his medical knowledge is, could get rid of that forever. More than likely, it'll keep coming back. And if I'm right, that's a curse blade you're holding.
It is.
So that mark is permanent. And who knows? Might have a few other little effects associated to it.
Hey, don't use this in any further spars. Noted.
Or two.
I prefer not to star my friends. Um, is there anything you think we can do to integrate this a little bit more under my control then?
Hmm. If you're asking me to get rid of the curse aspect of the curse blade, no.
I don't believe in curses. It's just a powerful blade, obviously.
Yes, extremely.
You're
With its
you're a
own effects.
scientist. You don't believe in that either. Let's be honest. It's a strong blade that has magical like abilities.
Yes.
I've been able to integrate it as part of myself, as you saw, but I think it's still reactive then.
Uh, The problem is that I am more biological than what that would be. I can attempt some things, but attempting and being successful are two very different things. That's less me being a doctor and more me being a scientist. And that's us working off of hypotheticals. Hypothetically speaking, I could grant you more power. In the same likelihood, I could also make you go blind.
Not looking for more power. I'm looking for more control than anything else.
You don't strike me as the type that would ever seek control if it meant you could get stronger from it. What changed?
I am a little more focused. And if I'm going to be able to wield this power better for the crew, but also for my own objective, then I need to be able to make sure it's not a detriment to anyone else.
Hmm.
And while I don't, fully trust you, which I'm assuming you already know, we do have an agreement and you have helped me out. So at least I trust you to honor any things between us.
She turns and reaches into a drawer at her desk, pulls free a bottle, and as she shakes it, like you can hear pills rattling around inside of it, turns and tosses the bottle to you.
I catch it. Does it say anything on it?
It has no label.
Okay.
Take one of those whenever you feel the need to get your blade dirty.
And what will this do exactly?
Hopefully, it'll accelerate some of the inner workings of your body, and if they integrate properly with the blade, should help you gain a modicum of what you're calling control.
Fair enough. In the meantime, while I'm going to be kind of just up, probably between
Observe.
ships,
Mhm.
is there a place I can work on some stuff? I want to see what I can do, and I'm assuming you have a place for that on this ship somewhere.
You want to train.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be a good use of all this free time I suddenly have now.
To be fair, where my crew normally trains is where you just left. I can't really have people practicing their swordplay when I have patience.
Fair enough. I don't think I want to go back down in that room, I'm going to be honest.
I'm sure I thought that somebody of your like would not be so off put by the sight of dead bodies.
I've seen enough dead bodies for a lifetime.
You'll find that you'll see 1,000 more.
I know. That's why I'm not so gung ho about being a pirate as the rest of them.
I'm not even talking about you being a pirate.
Just talking about everything that comes along with it.
You're a lot like Furiosa in some capacity.
Is that a good thing considering you want me to kill her?
She wasn't always how she is. Rabies takes a while to kick in. Who knows? And as she's saying this, you get the sense that she is now analyzing you. It might take a bit for you too.
So
Good thing we've already began the process.
Yeah. How am I like Furiosa?
She didn't like to be called a pirate either.
Because I'm not a pirate.
Neither was she. What was she called again? She like leans back, looking up at the ceiling. Right. Did you know she used to be a Marine?
Not really surprised. They seem not too different, to be honest.
She used to serve under one of the Grand Admirals specifically. She was regarded as a hero. Something happened that caused her to leave. Found us, made a crew. Never wanted to call herself a captain or a pirate. Said that she just preferred the name hero.
I'm definitely not a hero either. I don't
After
believe in heroes and villains.
Interesting.
Everyone's fucked.
Interesting. You're a part of the crew with Trent.
I'm a part of this crew because for some reason I like them and I don't want them to get themselves killed.
I have a question for you about one of your crewmates, if you would do me the kindness.
Sure.
How much do you know about Dreki?
I know that he got in some trouble before joining us, and that he seems to care a lot about helping people out.
Do you know his name? His full name?
Do I know his name that he's told us?
Dreki, have you said your entire name to the crew before?
I don't think so.
I
I
don't
think
think
he's only
so.
called himself Dreki.
Yeah, I just know it's Dreki.
He's an inheritor. Did you know that?
I have no idea what that means.
An inheritor. It's a term that we use to talk about people that are. We'll refer to them as kissed by destiny, shall we say? I've known of a few.
Okay, and what does that mean?
It means that in one way or the other, they'll be part of something great. Whether it's good or bad is depending on the person. You follow the stories of Gold D. Roger, so you know about him.
I mean, everyone knows about him.
You also know Furiosa D. Anger.
Okay.
Dreki is another one of them. And as far as I can recall, I know of two others.
Okay, so if someone has a D in the middle of their name, they're important.
Hmm.
Dreki just seems like a normal guy. I mean, a little bigger than most people I've met, but I'm also very tiny, so that's a lot of people.
Dreki is an inheritor, and I know very well the lineage he hails from.
Okay.
I would be cautious.
I already planted on that. Like I said, I'm here more for
Your own benefit.
that, but also to make sure that they survive this. I'm assuming you don't want Ren to die, even though you seem to have already made a new one.
I would prefer for the original to make it out.
Also, is that the only clone of me you have?
She isn't a failure, so yes. It's not really a clone of you. More a splicing.
And what do you plan on doing with her specifically?
Another portion of the new world I intend to make.
So what, you just want to copy everyone you come across? For what?
I want a legacy of people better than how I met them.
People get better every day. That's just life.
And they get worse, and they drift away, and eventually they die. Mine won't.
So you're scared of being alone.
I believe our conversation is over.
For now. This is very informative. Have a good night.
You as well?
Does she have a window in here?
No.
God damn it. I don't want to go back downstairs.
You do note that as you go to leave, the area to the downstairs is gone. Now there's only a stairway leading up.
Fuck it, I'll make a stealth check. That's a nat one. So I'm just gonna say that
Thump,
Yep.
thump, thump.
after all of that, going through that room, I don't even think she's trying to hide them with that one. I think she just fully glides back upstairs looking kind of horrified and kind of thoughtful.
I mean, it would be hard to be quiet on the stairs with a tail.
Yeah.
I glide, remember?
Oh.
I have a little trail of ice under me now
You
that I'm
glide
at
up the
ice power.
stairs?
Yeah, I'm like Frozen. I have a little ice trail.
We are going to take the turns in shifts. Um, we'll say for the sake of this, as like the hours pass, what would each of you be doing? We'll start with Trent.
So as we sort of pan the camera back to Trent, he's sort of idly scratching at an itch on his neck and clavicle, and he doesn't quite know what it is, but just a little bit of an itch that he scratches at as he's talking.
You'll
And
know anytime that your finger hits that mark, there is like a little static buzz that goes up your fingers.
oh, that's odd. Must be something about the ship. Um, Guro, it's been a minute since I have done any training. Do you have a sparring room or something along those lines? I feel like you and I could do some excellent practice work together.
If you want a place to spar, there is the lower end of the ship. Or we can fight up here.
I'm I mean, we're already here.
All right. He stretches, like, you see him roll his shoulders back. You're a swordsman, right?
One could say that, yes.
He reaches into his pockets, and as he pulls them out, you can see a pair of um what look like knuckle dusters that have two blades that extend out. He like clamps his hands together, and as he does, there's a spark, and they extend further as you see lightning arc across it, and then freeze up into this plasma-like energy around the blades.
It's so odd to me. Everyone I want to spar with seems to be using extraordinarily lethal weapons, but I suppose I was assuming that you had sparring tools like wooden blades and such around here, but I suppose he'll
We
reach
live
behind
on
him
a
and
hospital.
pull his punch shield in his left hand, and he'll draw his rapier in his right. I'm not going to go ahead and activate Citrine or anything like that.
His eyes lock onto yours. He sniffs. Is she going to watch too?
Which she?
The girl with you. The small one. As Citrine, like, eyes widen as she sits on your shoulder, just,
Trent looks around and is like, "Is Alice here?"
"Mhm. The one on your shoulder."
Oh, when did you get there?
I was just wanting to see what you were doing.
Yes, I suppose she'll be watching. Yeah, you're fine.
All right.
This is only a sparring match, right?
Of course.
Okay,
I've been instructed by your contract not to hurt you.
sometimes I wonder these days. He'll limber up and get into his stance.
I'm gonna do just opposed athletic checks.
Lovely. Athletics is not my thing.
Or acrobatics for you. We'll say
Acrobatics
athletics or
is my
acrobatics.
thing.
Yeah. Green fruit juice. As a note, I started laughing because Serenity sent me Miku Miku Ooey specifically to my DM.
Of course she did.
What did you get?
So I originally rolled a total of 9, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my observation hockey to re-roll that, giving me a 26 on my second roll. So that's a his sort of precognition, right? He goes to feint in one direction and is able to see that Garo is going to be able to catch the feint and react properly. So he turns it into a different move where he attempts to essentially block one of the strikes or deflect it with his shield and just get the tip of his rapier right up to the base of Garu's throat without actually piercing.
To add to this, because of what I had rolled for that, because it actually makes it very cinematic, As you get this precognition, you see not only what he was going to do, but you see the result of what his mind was thinking. As you see that how his body literally reacted was swing the blade around and genuinely try to decapitate you, which he has to stop and pull himself back. And as he gets out of the kill this person mindset, your blade goes at his throat.
I think that's a point for me. I suppose it's more of a point for you, but
Cute. Go ahead, Ren. Oh, you just go, ha. Drekkie, you're on the top of the ship too, watching this, aren't you?
Yeah, he would have gotten drawn to the sound of that at least.
I'm gonna roll again.
yeah.
No, that's not going over your thing. He again seems to have to pull back as he goes to swing, realizes like that would be a killing blow, can't do that, and just kind of like just gently swats the rapier away. Just sorry, I'm not used to fighting like this.
Yes, I suppose that's fair. That's why I said perhaps something with blunted blades, but if you wanna take another round, if you're gonna handicap yourself like this, I don't know if you would even pose a challenge to me. I'm used to fighting non-lethally.
He's gonna roll again.
I rolled a total of 19 on my second check.
There is a flash of like genuine vitrolic rage.
Uh-huh.
At a 19, you do dodge it, but he swings one wide arc, dodge as he does this, he uppercuts forward, probably another dodge from that, and as he lunges, it's a very for anyone that plays King of Fighters, it's a Yuri-esque like reach the arms around to grab and pull, which you back away from, but yeah, it's just this like
And I'm gonna leave a small bruise on each of his wrists as the side of the rapier just goes whap whap and he steps back.
I can see why she likes you.
I'm not so sure I would agree, but best 3 out of 5? I've already got you 2 out of 3.
Sure. 3 out of 5. We will have that continue on in the background. Ren, what are you doing?
I think that if Elizabeth is so interested in observing the crew, Ren doesn't want to pass up the chance to do the same to her. So he's going to spend as much time as he can. Probably not watching her because she would know. But watching the little friends she keeps making, and trying to figure out what kind of like
Here's my
one question coming to mind, for example, is, hey, why is the clone of me a full-grown adult and they're all the other ones are children? Or are they really children? Or do they just act this way? Just kind of trying to like
here's my question. Do you want to find the children? Or do you want to find their room?
their room. We haven't seen that.
Go ahead and give me. Oh my god, what role would this be? Technically, it's perception.
Yeah, Ren has some familiarity with the ship, right? Like
Yeah.
he
I would say give me a perception roll with advantage. You have
there
familiar with
must
the
be
ship.
ways of navigating this place even as it changes, right? There must be patterns on the wall or something that allows people who aren't Elizabeth to navigate.
Yeah.
Or maybe not, I don't know. Maybe her entire crew is wandering around lost all the time.
Could be fun. I did get a 22. So
Wandering around, you find yourself at an area of the ship where like you don't recognize where these patterns go. There is like a level of the ship is almost a body. And this is a part of the ship that you haven't seen. You see a series of doors that each also have almost like an observation window, which you begin to piece together as this is where they sleep. Through each observation window, you can determine that for most of them, these rooms are childlike rooms. There's toys, there's books, but they're all designed in a way of somebody that read how to be a parent, but's never actually done it. So everything is placed in the way that it should be, but it just feels soulless. Until you get to one other room that is completely barren, except for a bed, a desk, and several medical books.
Well, um, yeah, I'll go poke around in there a little bit if it's not locked.
Yep. It doesn't seem to be locked. Barren, cold, which is weird on this ship. Uh, yeah, several medical textbooks of various ages, but ones that you recognize as like required study. Um, what you first think of as might be a journal, but then like a quick thumb through, they mostly seem to be biological notes on themselves. Like literally quite genuinely checking in of like heartbeat X amount of times today, took X amount of breaths today, da 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 da. Like very staccato rhythms to this.
Um, is there anything in here that like is personal, that like belongs to a human being?
Give me one more perception check for this room in specific.
That's a 21.
As you're looking around the room, you notice that there is a portion of the back wall that looks like it's covering something. That there is a almost like a white tarp that's been put over something.
I'll go see what's in there.
So you begin to pull that back. You see the wall behind that tarp is completely black with ink. Looking closer, it's black with ink because there is so much writing of the same phrase that it has covered the wall. The phrase repeated ad nauseum is I've seen the color of my soul and it's black.
Okay. Somebody's going through it. Um, well, that's nice. I'll cover that back up. Um, anyway, um, hmm. Well, that in mind, I will find some piece of paper either here or that I'm inevitably carrying. And you said the notes on the like self checkup notes were in the textbooks.
Yes.
I'll flip through until I can figure out if I can until I can figure out which is like the most recent.
The
Uh,
most recent one appears to be dated from 4 days ago.
4 days ago. Okay, so then on the next page after that, I'm going to put in a note, and it's going to say, what is it going to say? It's going to say, if you want to try being someone else, um, I will be here for you. And then if there's a way that like we could be contacted, I'll put that. If not, I'll just leave it as is.
As you finish and you turn, you see somebody sitting on a small parasol watching you from the doorway.
Hello.
She's wearing mismatched striped socks, no shoes, a jester-like hat, um, mismatched colored top, and very large round eyes, and just kind of like tilts her head to look at you. And as she laughs, there is the sense of like she thinks this is funny, and this is probably how she laughs, but there is no mirth in it, but just a how are you doing? You're new here.
I'm surprised you noticed. This looks like it's meant to be my room.
Mm-mm. I know the one that goes into this room, and you're not him.
That's true. Um, Yep, I'm just here for the night. What's your name?
Liz, what's
There,
your name?
my name's Ren. Is there a number with your name or just Liz?
No. Why would there be a number?
I just kind of like look down the hallway and I'm like, many folks here seem to have numbers in their names.
You thought I was one of them?
Can you blame me?
Yep. That's
Okay.
a stupid way of thinking.
So I'm recognizing patterns. All right. Uh, okay. So do you need something from me?
Nope, just walking around.
Okay. I'm gonna head out. You have
Uh-huh.
fun.
Okay.
And walk away very quickly.
She to move out of the way, the parasol hops.
I keep moving.
Mhm.
Not my problem. And I would like it to continue to not be my problem.
Yep. Dreki, what you doing?
He's just standing off to the side, watching the two of them spar, doing his damnedest to stay awake because he's not gonna fall asleep on this fucking ship for anything.
There's a little tap at your leg. Just a
We'll look down.
there is what number did I okay, so there's Ren, you have the notes. What are the
Yeah.
names of the experiments?
What? Who? What do you want?
I didn't write all of them down. What are their names?
I've got Fury 5, Jacques 3, somebody 9, and I said probably Koju.
Go.
Koju 9. Yeah. So yeah,
That's
Koju
that's
9. Yeah. Koju 9 just like tap tap.
Hi.
You're in my spot.
Looks down at where he's standing and shifts backwards a bit.
Thanks. I brewed over here. And he like sits, dangles his feet.
Oh, this kid rules, actually.
Just kind
So
of like he just admitted to brooding.
so why are you big?
Born this way.
Is it hard?
No,
I mean,
I mean,
doors must
kinda.
suck.
There's a lot of places that are smaller.
Plus, like, you always have to bend down to hug people.
You get
You get
used
used
to
to
it.
it.
So there's weird echo there. Um, hmm. Would you ever like to be like normal sized?
No, I don't think so.
What about all the
It's-
lightningy stuff and the frosty
What
stuff?
about? I mean, what about it? It's part of me. Just who I am.
Kicks his feet a bit more. How long did it take for you to grow that beard?
Quite some time.
Is it like an important thing or just because you thought it was cool?
A little of both.
Why do you want a devil fruit?
Well, I know the dangers, but there are people out there that need protecting, and I want to protect them.
So your uh, mom said the word is selfless?
I guess so.
Mom said that could be a dangerous attitude.
I suppose so. But if you have people that are there to watch your backs, not always. Sometimes being selfless for the sake of others. But
What if you didn't have people?
then I guess you'd have to question their motives.
Are you afraid of anything? I mean, you're big, you're strong. You probably not a lot of stuff scares you.
I guess. That is a good question.
You don't know if you're afraid of anything?
I don't think about it much. And not just because I don't think I'm afraid of anything. It's just I tend to act more than I actually think things through.
Hmm.
But I think I get my actions getting someone important hurt.
Hmm. He like looks down, kicks his feet. I get that. I guess I'm scared of stuff too.
Everyone's afraid of something.
I don't think mom is.
I'm sure, despite everything, there is something, even if they don't make it obvious.
You guys are gonna leave when you get the devil fruit, right?
If we're allowed.
That might make mom sad.
Because of Ren.
Hmm. Mom says Big Brother Ren was really important.
How so?
Well, she likes thinking how he wants to answer. We were we were made because she was afraid that something might happen to him and that she wouldn't be able to see him again.
So she rated you all for him.
Hmm. We're supposed to. It's like thinks how he wants to answer. We're supposed to be the crew she wanted to have.
Hmm. Player might get it. I'm gonna roll an insight for Trekkie because I can't say he'll actually understand
Makes
this
sense. Makes sense.
given his wisdom. So give me a
Rough, buddy.
second. Yeah. If it was my other character, this wouldn't be a fucking problem. Surprising. That's actually a 15.
You understand.
I think she didn't like the fact the people she got close to ended up drifting apart and falling apart. And she doesn't want that again with Ren.
So why is he gonna leave? If it makes mom sad, we shouldn't do it.
That's sometimes, and you might not understand this, even if it makes other people sad, sometimes you have to do things for yourself in order to find yourself. It's okay sometimes to be selfish if it means learning about yourself, but not if it hurts other. That's not even the right way to say it. Sometimes you just have to do what's best for yourself. It can't always be for everybody else.
You're right. I don't get it. Then
Well,
again, I'm like, I don't know, 2 weeks old technically.
You got a lot of time.
Hmm.
Maybe
Unless
someday
I
you will.
unless I can achieve total tissue failure, in which case I won't have any time at all.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
That's what happened to the other 8. Hence
That's,
the brooding.
that's disturbing. But I mean, we're still here.
Yep.
So how about instead of thinking about what could happen, just take every day as it is?
Absorb all the information I can get.
Yeah, take it one day at a time. Don't worry about what might happen. Just live.
Just like a little sponge. Sponge, sponge, sponge.
Exactly.
He seems satisfied with that and just looks out at the sea, kicking his feet. As the final bit of this round, Scarlet, what are you doing?
Um, Scarlet slowly made its way back to the ship. Um, if they're still sparring or whatever, she's just gonna like try it. Not, I don't even think she's really paying attention to what's going around her. She's going literally towards the back towards the ship. We'll go downstairs, see if Peaches is in the room, and secure
Yep.
that. And then I think she's going to talk to Shiro.
Shiro is still awake, just staring at the ship from the opposite side. Just
So, don't go through the bottom of her ship.
why would you do that?
I, I, I need to talk to her.
So you went through the bottom?
Yeah. So
What
didn't
psychopath goes through the bottom of the ship?
be quiet. I wanted to talk to her in private without it being a big deal. But there's a lot of bodies down there.
Yes, it's the bottom of the ship that I've called hell for like ever.
Yeah,
It was either going to be bodies or a dungeon. Take your pick.
it's
Why do you
I'm
do things like that?
I don't know, but I'm very glad I can't sleep right now.
Yeah?
Yeah, um,
Why do you do?
I don't know. She showed me some stuff.
Uh-huh.
Gave me a way that might be able to help with all of this, but might have also permanently scarred Trent with that
Oh,
attack.
oh, I see. So the whole I didn't mean to kill you, you're overreacting.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna guess that you're never gonna actually apologize.
I mean we made up technically. It's
You're
fine.
never gonna actually say sorry because you're Scarlet and you're good
I
at everything.
I will make it up to him in another way. I'm not gonna
You could
rehash
make it.
that after the talk we just had.
It's almost like there's an easier solution.
You know what? Stop. It's not why I'm talking to you. I just need someone to
Mhm.
distract me right now, and you have the most similar viewpoint to me on the ship. So
Okay.
distract me because I need to not think about anything right now.
All
Oh,
right.
I also met Little Me, by the way. Not that I don't know what to think about that, but
You'll have to. No, 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 no. Rewind. What do you mean, little you?
there was a clone of me and possibly Rosa spliced together. I don't fucking know, but they're under the ship. They're named Crims One.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. You know, do you want me to say? Do you want me to say something that might be your viewpoint, or that's my viewpoint?
Say whatever you want.
It honestly might be kind of cute. Tiny little you,
She was.
less angry, less resting bitch face you. Yeah.
Well, she's a child, so I would hope she didn't have that yet.
Oh, so you just grew up with that.
No, I
That's
kind
unfortunate.
of got that after, everything that's happened to me, but that's besides the point.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just don't know what to make of it because these seem just like kids, like actual kids that are just gonna like or she called her mom. Like this is weird, right?
She like rolls her shoulders a little uncomfortably. That's not surprising.
Yeah,
Elizabeth's existed for a long time,
I think
like a long
she's
time,
I think
and she
she's
hasn't had any real kids.
yeah, I think she's scared
Of what? What the hell scares that thing?
being alone.
Hmm. Fair.
Like I poked at that and she got pretty upset and sent me off. But
Oh, good. You poked at that. That's always
well, yeah, you know me. But
unfortunately.
yeah,
I do.
I'm growing on you. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's what all this is. Ren left her, and that fucked with her. But also, I don't think it's the first time she's had to see someone go because she's obviously not dying anytime soon with whatever the hell she's done to herself.
I guess everyone's afraid of being alone at some point, though, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
No, only a little bit. Oh, okay. Smiles.
Well, I'm not alone now, am I?
Shut up. I can still steer you to this ship.
Kinky.
Not what I meant. Stop doing reckless things.
Maybe.
Fine, then make me an actual promise. Could you hold off on doing so many reckless things so I'm not able to help you?
I don't need someone to protect me.
I'm not there to protect you. If you're going to do reckless stuff, then I'm going to do reckless stuff with you.
So you're gonna let me drag you along this stuff now? Is that what you're saying?
Sure, if it means that I can help pull your ass out of the fire, sure, absolutely. And unlike Trent and Ren and Dreki, I don't have to be polite to you about it.
Honestly, I kind of prefer that.
Good.
Why did you stay with us anyway? I don't think we've really had a chance to like talk since you joined the crew like this. Why are you really here?
She looks down at her like legs essentially. I used to have a brother. Back before I joined up with Guillotine, it was me and Kuro. We were going to make our own crew. Then Guillotine found us,
Mhm.
offered both of us a choice. Said there's only room on his ship for one. I don't know why, but he stopped fighting me, and that gave me the chance to fight back. Trent, as foolish as you may make him seem to be, is honorable. And that says something. Ren's smart, has a lot of good medical knowledge, but equally speaking, is really good at keeping the team held together. Dreki's strong, blunt, but so is a hammer, and genuinely pretty cuddly. And then there's you, which you know about the same loss that I know from Guillotine. It's easier to attach and associate myself with people that understand me in some way or another. And if I wasn't with you, I'd still be chased around by the Marines. So it's easier for me to be near you all.
of pirates to probably go through on the way to the Grand Line.
That's fine. I wasn't anticipating not having to kill them along the way. But it'll be
Uh,
easier.
And we inevitably have to end up, fighting Rosa again. Just don't kill her.
Why?
She's a victim too, I guess. Guillotine.
I suppose.
And yeah. She just wants the One Piece too. And honestly, one of our crews can have it. Doesn't mean we have to deal with that. But
I won't make any promises, but I'll keep your words under consideration.
I guess that's the best I can ask for you.
And unlike you, I don't have the luxury of not being able to sleep. She turns, and just leans back against your arms.
I think as soon as Shiro's eyes close, I do go red again for a second.
Because it is growing late,
Mhm.
this is where we're going to stop for the evening.
I have a small thing I'd like to do if that's okay with you.
Go ahead.
So, as these big, heavy conversations are happening, and as all the other characters are in these really intense and very creepy, often sad, often very, very like emotional moments, Trent is having the time of his life. So, so at some point, he sort of figured out Garrow's movements.
Mhm.
So at this point, at some point, Trent's shirt came off, and it can be seen that his Lichtenberg scar starts roughly around the neck and clavicle and extends all the way down past where his heart is and toward his right hip. So it goes all the way down from his left shoulder all the way down to his right hip. Um, and as Garrow gets more and more frustrated trying to hit him, Trent is more and more calm and collected and smooth. This is becoming meditative for him. And his dodges are becoming almost casual as he leads Garrow all around the deck. And finally, at some point, Garrow's going to attempt to take an actual lethal shot. Like, it's gonna happen. The man cannot hold on forever. And as he does, the blade passes right through, it looks like, Trent's head. But of course, anime being anime, the actual Trent, as opposed to the after image, is actually crouched down, having maneuvered Garrow next to like a barrel, and he pushes forward with his punch shield with the buckler, catches Garrow right in the center of the chest, and like trips him back over the barrel, so that Garrow just lands flat on his ass. And Trent will sheath his rapier, and he'll put up his shield, and he'll take a deep breath and say, "That was fun. Thank you." And he'll offer his hand,
He'll take it, pull himself up.
lift him up. Oh, and I thought this would be unpleasant.
I'm glad you had a good time. I want you to know something. When we meet again and this contract isn't in place, he pulls you close in that warrior style hug. I'm gonna rip you in half and eat your heart.
I know we're here to be observed by you, but you need to understand. I've been observing as well, and I don't think that's going to happen, but you're welcome to try.
I think with that, and as the sun slowly begins to creep over the horizon, that's where we're going to end for tonight. Thank you all so very much for joining us on this episode of Set Sail. Went a little bit longer than anticipated, but that's fine. I will say we'll be back in 2 weeks' time, but we won't, as I'm going on a slight mini vacation. So we will be taking a short break before we're back. So catch us in 4 weeks, not 2.
Check out the YouTube. All of the episodes are on the YouTube. Light of the Eclipse 613. Go, go, go.
Yes, please. It's previous episode is going to go up there tomorrow because I forgot to put it there. It will all be updated by that point. Also, check out the other episodes of Blood and Cinders, my other game that runs opposing Thursdays. That's happening too. That's kind of all of my stuff. Let's go around and say who you are, where else we can find you. Panda, you first.
Hi, I'm Ryan, or Red Panda Cola. You can find me on the internet at the same name on the hellscape that is shitter with an X and Blue Sky. I'm also a mod for a group, Chaotic Games. I'm going to be a lot more frequent there now that my schedule's going to be shifting after this next week. So you'll also be finding me a lot more on other people's streams when I'm able to. As in probably playing Marvel Rivals fucking finally after so long.
Hell yes.
But that's about it. Oh, wait, no. Because it was already brought up and it'd be stupid if I didn't. You could also catch me on opposite Thursdays playing Filtiarn, our Sword Saint Anyo, who's a sad bastard
Sad boy.
who
Sad
yeah,
boy.
sad bastard who uses snark to get past everything.
Luke.
My name is Luke. I am I sort of on Twitter at Luke_Taylor 23. But that's pretty much just posting about the news. Unfortunately,
Nothing exciting ever happens on the news.
right. I don't have any cat burglar stories.
Not this time.
coming up this time.
Not this time.
No. If you're super locked into the University of Illinois, I'll have an exclusive first look with the new chancellor next week. That's what I have coming up. Yeah, other than that, this is for now, this is the only place I'm doing D&D stuff.
Rob.
Hi, friends. I'm Rob, math demigod over on Blue Sky and most other places. The other place you can catch my content is youtube.com/gaming mathematically. I play Skyrim, and I play it kind of in a storytelling kind of way, as opposed to a mechanical challenge run or anything like that. So you can follow the adventures of Firebrand, the Orc Mage. I also have XCOM runs that I play all the time. I'm really big into tactics games. There's a new game that just got released called Cyberknights Flashpoint that I'm going to be taking a second look at pretty soon. And also, it hasn't come out yet, but keep your eyes open for That Time We Replaced the Power Rangers, which is a TTRPG by Bard Rock Cafe, where I will be playing Zordon and, amusingly, also Squat over on the other side.
And Paige.
Hey everyone, I'm Paige. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Pluto Cleric, except for on Twitch and YouTube, where it is Pluto's Underworld, where I run my own AP channel. The only other project I really have going on right now is on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Central, or wait, 9 p.m. Central. I know my times. I'm running a DC-themed mask game called After Crisis, where I sent a group of teenage superheroes to Central City to defend it while they try to figure out where the fuck the Flash is. So you can tune into that every Wednesday up until like right before Gen Con, which I will be there as well. So if you're going to Gen Con, say hi.
I'm going to Gen Con.
Hell yeah, I'll find you. I'm in two
I'll find you.
panels. We have to talk. I'll send you
Okay.
details.
Yes.
Beyond that, I'm in a couple of things for Pride that haven't been announced yet, so keep your eye on the socials. I'll be in both a Magic the Gathering game, which will be fun, as well as a one-shot that I will be running. So keep tuned for all of that. And then Luke and Javante both may or may not be in something going to be announced at the end of the month. So keep an eye on that as well.
And that's everything. My stuff y'all already know about because I'm doing Blood and Cinders and this. I will appear sporadically in other one-shots and other things that happen because my life is hectic and full of wonders. I'm still writing. I'm actually writing a few projects now. I got bit by the creative bug, and now I have a few things going on all at once. So that's occurring. But yep, next week is Blood and Cinders. After that, I'll be taking a week off for a little mini vacay. Other than that, thank you all so very much for joining us this evening, and we will see you all next time.
Bye.
Later.